Super excited to have some time with Ciara. Ciara is a customer on our team, and she has been doing amazing with Lee Allen's pivot strategy. So a lot of people have asked me, what is Ciara doing, and can you have her talk to us? So Ciara, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how long have you been trading?
Okay, I'm from North Carolina, Fayetteville. I've been trading for about 8 months now.
Wow, has it been 8 months already?
Yes, it almost seems
Crazy.
like
Okay, awesome. And so it's been about 8 months. Gosh, I didn't know it's been that long. So describe, you've been doing really well, and I'm sure you've had some challenges as well too, which we'll talk about all those things. But describe your first 3 months with iMarkets Live. Tell us exactly what you did and what was your focus when you started.
When I first just started, it was to learn, was to master some type of skill, find what fits me best, and just go with it. It took me a while to find my strategy.
Right. So how long would you say it took you to find your strategy?
7 months.
So when a lot of people get started with trading, and it's funny because I just had someone reach out to me today, and they asked, if I got started, can I make my money back in 30 days? And I said, yeah, you could totally make your initial investment back in 30 days. But I tell new customers, expect to make no money in your first month. You need to focus on learning. And so considering that was your focus, how do you feel that set you up for success versus not focusing on just making money right away?
It's basically just gave me I just wanted to focus on me not having the expectation of making money and just learning. It was just better for me, I guess. I didn't have that expectation.
It wasn't stressful, I'm sure. You didn't feel pressured, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you first got started, what is the very first few things that you did? So take us back to when you first enrolled as a customer. What steps did you go through? What did that look like?
Definitely the IML Academy, the basics. You go through those 1 through 4, and you go through those more than once. Definitely repetitive because you're gonna really need to get it.
Right. Okay. Were you doing swipe trades right away?
Yes. All you do is copy and paste, so it's not difficult at all.
Right, exactly. So did you demo swipe trades first for the first couple of days or for your first month?
For the first couple of days. It's not difficult that you have to do it for a long period of time.
Right, true. I like to tell people, though, demo swipe trades your first 30 days. But for those of you who just get it, some people just get it. Like I know we went live with swipe trades in our second week. And because we just got it. So you're right. It doesn't take long at all. So you've been successful with pivot strategy. So tell us a little bit about pivot. I have like tons of notes on pivot strategy, which is cool. I really like it. But tell us a little bit about the pivot strategy as much as you know and that you can explain. Like what type of strategy is it? Who is it ideal for, in your opinion?
It's really just reversals off of the most hit spots on your pivots.
Okay. And so I'm actually going to share my screen and show you guys what the pivot strategy looks like. And so tell us a little bit about this strategy. So what is the whole overall goal? How do you start? Like, what's the whole idea behind the strategy again? So explain like the lines, for example.
Okay. The first 5 lines are your sell lines.
So is that at the top or at the bottom?
Your first, at the top is your first, these right here.
So your extreme overshoot, your overshoot, your ultimate resistance, the first 5?
Yes, and the strong pivot reverse also is your, these are your sell lines right here. Your bottom 5, the extreme overshoot, ultimate support, and weak place and strong pivot. These are your buy lines. Okay,
perfect. And what session do you normally trade? Which session do you find this strategy is most effective?
I like it on the London and New York session. I find myself trading more New York session because I don't like waking up on the London session. It's a little early.
I know.
It works great on the London and the New York session, I would think.
Okay. And do you use the moving averages with this strategy too, or you don't use the moving averages on here?
I do not yet. I keep it pretty simple.
Okay. So for those of you who are watching, I have a 8 exponential moving average on here, and I also have a 50 simple moving average on here. I trade with moving averages, so Ciara does not. I know Lee Allen uses moving averages as well. So I know people will have questions. If you guys are watching the recording of this and you have questions about pivots, drop them in the comment section for us. But let's go into detail a little bit. So let's say this pair is USD JPY, and right now it's in what we call like the trading range, right?
Yes.
So this is where price likes to hang out a lot, and which is like doing a little bit of nothing. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay, so as I learned from Lee Allen, price action hangs out a lot in the trading range. About what's the percentage, would you say?
You know? Like 28% of the time.
Right. So do you trade the trading range at all?
I have, but I mostly just trade. Right now, I found that it's less risky for me to trade. Just trade the extreme overshoot, and the ultimate resistance. The first for both of them, the sell and the buy.
Okay, so let's say that price is going long, okay? And let's say that USD JPY just hit the ultimate resistance line. So 112.50. Would you enter the trade at that point, or do you wait do you look left to look at, for example, we see here we have support and resistance levels. You kind of look left to get an idea of, well, let me see if it's going to try to retest here, or what. So how do you determine your entry?
What I do is I just watch the candles. I see if it's I don't really look left. I just kind of just watch it and see if does it close below the line. If it closes below the line, and it starts a new candle going in my direction that I want it to go, I enter off the second or third candle going in my direction.
Oh, so why wouldn't you enter on so for example, let's say if this was a blue candle here at the ultimate resistance, and then let's say it passes 112.500, but then you start to get your sell candle. So once you get your sell candle, you don't enter on that first candle, but on the second or third one, right?
Yes, I wait for it to close below the line, so I know that's one confirmation for me that I know that it's going to continue to come down. If it closes above that, then I know it's probably going to continue to go up to the overshoot line.
Okay, and are there times that it ever goes past the extreme overshoot?
It is, but it's 95% that it's going to reverse off the overshoot line. So I usually put my stop loss above the overshoot line. And if it resets to the 2.8, and it's still going to go in your direction that you want it to go in.
Okay, yeah, that's one thing that you guys should know who are watching, is that when you're using this strategy, and especially when you're in the extreme overshoot areas, it does. How often would you say they reset? Does it reset pretty often?
Usually when the momentum is really, really strong, that's when it will overshoot. It will reset.
Reset, okay. And then another question that I have, let's go back to stop loss, because I know that's usually a question that people have. So let's say if we got in the trade and we were gonna get into a sell, and we got in at 112.69 where the overshoot area is. So if we got into a sell, where would you place your stop loss?
For me, I will place my stop loss above the extreme overshoot, just because I know it's a 95% rate that is going to not pass that.
Got you. Okay. Sounds good. And I did the same thing. So, and had success with that as well too. So I've used pivot strategy. It's not the strategy that I decided to stick with, but I learned it because a lot of people on our team have been having success with it. They love it. And it's all about finding the strategy that works for you. So if I got in here, what I would do is I look for the highest high to the left of where price was last hanging. And so right here probably would have been right about where I would have dropped my stop loss. So the last test area right there. So I know that's different for everyone, but I know Lee Allen kind of recommends that as well. Okay.
And I have a question. What determines your take profit? So when you're ready to sell or buy, what determines how many pips you're going for?
I'm also a stay-at-home mom, so I usually just watch it and see if it's continuing to go in my direction, I will stay in the trade. I recently tried staying in all the way to going down to the 2.8 line because it had reset it on me when I went to the extreme overshoot. So I had stayed in and I had success with that. It's like a swing trade. It takes a day, and I'm not really.
Oh, wow.
You gotta be patient.
A day? So you say so would you say this is more of a swing trade strategy, or do you scalp with this?
I scalp with it, but you can also use it as a swing as well if you want to stay in here. When you're going all the way to the bottom, it takes time. So that's why I said it was kind of like a swing trade if you want to go to the 2.8 or the 6.8.
Now, I have a question. This is an hour chart. So if
we usually go off the 5 minute, right?
If we change it to 5 minute or another chart, do that resets to, is that a completely different strategy as far as the pivots? It looks like when we change it to 5, for example, here, where everything kind of changes, if that makes sense. So what chart do you typically trade from?
I trade off the 5 minute chart.
The 5 minute, okay.
5 minute chart.
And that's what we're supposed to do, right? That's what Lee Allen teaches. It's always the 5 minute, no matter what.
Yeah, she recommends the 5 minute.
Okay. So tell us why you chose this strategy.
I chose this strategy because it was a long time coming for me to find a strategy that fits me. So when I found pivots, it kind of just stuck. And I kind of just got it. And as I continue to watch the video and continue to learn more about it, I just got better at it.
Why did you choose this one over so many other ones? Why did you feel this one was good for you?
I guess the other strategies like sort of Davin's 4 rules. I like Davin's 4 rules, but sometimes you have difficulty finding more pairs, I guess you would say.
Okay.
To meet my daily goal.
Got it.
The setup it takes a while for you to find that setup.
Got it. Okay. And what do you like about pivots and what don't you like about it?
I love pivots.
We know.
What I don't like about it is, I guess, sometimes the confirmation, but I also like to keep it simple. So I can't really say that's a downfall for me because keep it simple is what got me. When I try to add stuff to it, that's when it started getting messy for me because I was, I guess, overthinking it. So with me, I guess just keeping it simple has helped me a lot with it.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, and so what steps should someone take to get started with this strategy? For those who are watching and they want to know exactly where to start, walk us through what they should do.
Go onto Lee Allen's channel, the English channel, no, the beginner session channel, and they have 2 videos on there for you to learn how to the beginner session, how to start with the pivots.
Okay, and so for those of you who are watching, you have to go to you have to have a paid IML subscription. You have to go into IML TV and go to Lee Allen's channel, and there's a beginner's session under her area, and there's 2 videos that you can watch and you can take notes. Ciara and all of us, we have like tons of notes on pivots, so if you just watch it over and over again, you practice in a demo account, you'll definitely get it. So, well, thank you so much, Ciara. I think that this strategy is pretty straightforward. What words of wisdom would you leave for us, or advice for those who are watching and are interested in this strategy?
I would say don't be going. You're gonna get it. It's not hard, and keep it simple. Don't overthink it.
I like that.
Good. How many pips do you go for again for each trade? Like, do you twin trade, and how many pips do you go for?
Definitely twin trade, and I go for at least 20 pips.
20 pips. I like it. And let's see, I can't ask you how much you're averaging, so I'll just tell you guys that she's doing super amazing with this strategy. Right. She sends us screenshots all the time. I've seen her practice and demo for months, and so it's no surprise to me that she's having great success with this. Let me just see what questions we have. Does anyone else have questions who's watching? Okay, if you guys do have questions and you're watching the playback, drop them on the comments of this video. Ciara, thank you so much. We are so proud of you.
Yeah,
and much success to you with your strategy. Now go teach everyone and show them what you know. All right, thank you guys.
All right, see you.